What if a major shift in international dialogue were closer than anyone expected? Why are officials in several world capitals suddenly talking about a possible framework that could change the direction of one of the most discussed conflicts of the past years? And what does it mean when influential publications hint that the next few days, not months, might bring clarity to an issue that has remained unresolved for so long? Today, many observers are asking the same questions. Why did several diplomatic signals appear almost simultaneously? Why do some insiders speak about quiet consultations, while others describe the process as being at a critical moment? And most importantly, could the situation be entering a stage where long-discussed agreements finally move from theory to real negotiations? These uncertainties create a sense of anticipation. No statements are definite yet, but the tone of recent comments has clearly changed. Analysts note that even cautious hints from major international actors often mean that behind the scenes, work is progressing faster than the public realizes. Politico's new report has increased that sense of anticipation even further. It claims that discussions involving multiple sides are approaching the point where a shared framework might be approved, something that has not happened in many months. While officials remain extremely careful in their wording, the general message is clear. Diplomatic processes are active again, and the pace seems to be accelerating. In the coming minutes, we will go through everything known so far, what exactly Politico reported, what US and European insiders are saying, how Moscow comments on these signals, what Kyiv's position might be, and what scenarios experts consider realistic. Let's break it all down calmly, step by step. According to Politico, a senior White House representative stated that they expect a framework agreement on the resolution of the Ukrainian crisis to be approved by all participants by the end of this month, or possibly even within the current week. This statement, while not public, was quoted by the publication as coming from someone with direct knowledge of the matter. A separate report by the U.S. outlet Axios mentioned that Washington has been holding what it called quiet consultations with Moscow. These discussions reportedly focus on a plan consisting of 28 points divided into 4 key categories: stability in Ukraine, security guarantees European security structure, future relations between the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine. The content of the points remains undisclosed, and officials emphasize that the information available is still limited. What remains uncertain, and perhaps the most important question, is how Ukraine and its European partners will respond to the potential framework. According to remarks cited by Russian officials, the Kremlin states that no new proposals have been presented since the meeting between Vladimir Putin and former U.S. President Donald Trump in Alaska, where the topic was previously discussed. Moscow repeatedly explains that any durable resolution must take into account what it describes as the root causes of the conflict: national security concerns related to NATO expansion issues involving the rights of Russian-speaking citizens in Ukraine. These points have been mentioned in previous statements but remain central in the Russian interpretation of the process. Earlier this year, Russia and Ukraine held 3 rounds of direct talks in Istanbul on May 16th, June 2nd, and July 23rd. Outcomes included agreements on continuous sanitary exchanges of seriously injured and ill individuals, Russia's readiness to transfer to Ukraine the remains of additional Ukrainian servicemen, a proposal to exchange at least 1,200 individuals on each team, a Russian proposal to create 3 working groups: political, humanitarian, and military. According to Russian officials, Ukraine has not yet responded to this initiative, and since July, the negotiation process has remained frozen. Experts note several important trends: growing involvement of international actors. The quiet consultations mentioned by Axios suggest that the U.S. is actively shaping possible scenarios. Increased diplomatic activity around Turkey. Ankara continues to position itself as a key mediator, referring to the Istanbul process. European uncertainty. Politico highlights that reactions from Kyiv's European allies will be crucial and may vary significantly. A shift from temporary measures to long-term ideas. Discussions reportedly focus on structural issues, not just near-term stabilization. Some analysts consider 3 potential paths. Scenario A: rapid approval. If Politico's sources are correct, a preliminary framework may indeed be approved soon, beginning a new phase of negotiations.